The most enduring belief that pathological liars have is that everyone lies. Everyone lies all the time. That's why pathological liars think that they are normal. They think they just talk the way everyone else does. They think lying whenever convenient to anyone, including their wives, their children, their friends, their coworkers, is what everyone does to get through any moment where the truth feels even slightly awkward. The difference between the pathological liar and the rest of us is that the pathological liar has absolutely zero resistance to telling a lie. Zero. To anyone. And pathological liars have zero capacity to see any reason why telling the truth might be preferable. Even if the truth is in the pathological liar's best interest, that doesn't really increase the chances very much that the pathological liar will tell the truth. That's why it's called pathological lying instead of logical lying. The President of the United States thinks everyone lies. He thinks Barack Obama's mother lied about where her son was born. The President thinks that someone in the state government in Hawaii 55 years ago decided to lie by issuing a birth certificate to a baby named Barack Obama who was not born there. The President believes everyone lies. Everyone. The President has proven that there is nothing that he will not lie about. Nothing. Including the birth of Barack Obama. He lied about his experience on 9/11. What everyone else in public life regards as near a sacred zone of commentary. What happened on 9/11? What we each did on 9/11? What we each saw on 9/11? Who do you know who has lied about that? Who do you know who would lie about that? Donald Trump told two very big lies about 9/11 that everyone knows were lies. He said he saw thousands of Muslims celebrating on 9/11 in New Jersey. He did not. And he said he personally lost hundreds of friends.
How did he keep us safe when the World Trade Center came down? The world, excuse me, I lost hundreds of friends.
He did not lose hundreds of friends on 9/11. He lost none. In fact, he did not attend a single 9/11 funeral. Who do you know who would lie about losing friends on 9/11? Donald Trump did it so cavalierly that it appears he thinks anyone would lie about that if he thought it was a convenient way to, say, win an argument, which is what he was trying to do when he lied about losing hundreds of friends on 9/11 during the Republican presidential debate in South Carolina. He never told that lie again because he knew it was his worst, most vile public lie that would offend the most people. Even people who hate Barack Obama would be offended if Donald Trump tried to repeatedly get away with the lie that he lost hundreds of friends on 9/11. That lie flew by. You just saw it. It flew by at high speed, the way Trump lies do, and the news media didn't catch it. And so he got away with it. Donald Trump's lifetime of intense personal intimacy with lying has apparently made him believe that he can prevent people from doing to him what he does to them. He apparently believes that he can use his own wizardry about lying to outsmart other liars. And so 2 days after the president fired James Comey, a New York Times article appeared with an inside account of what happened in some of James Comey's private interactions with Donald Trump, including the president's request that James Comey pledge personal loyalty to the president during a one-on-one dinner at the White House. The day after the president read that article, he tweeted, "James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press." The tweet only makes sense to someone who believes that James Comey is going to lie about his conversations with the president. James Comey better hope that there are no tapes if he's going to lie about our conversations. James Comey doesn't have to hope that there are no tapes if he's going to tell the truth. In fact, when this issue was raised to James Comey publicly, he used a divine exclamation to say he hoped there were tapes because he is telling the truth.
Look, I've seen the tweet about tapes. Lordy, I hope there are tapes.
The president put out that tweet 41 days ago about tapes because he thinks everyone lies. He put out that tweet because he thinks James Comey would lie about his conversations with the president. It was Donald Trump's deeply held, twisted view of the world and everyone in it that made him tweet, "James Comey better hope that there are no tapes," because the president is an utter ignoramus in matters of law and governing. He had no idea that that tweet would provoke legal consequences, would provoke inquiries from the Justice Department and from Congress about the existence of tapes, and that those inquiries would have to be answered by the White House. The president had no idea that he couldn't just tweet that and leave it out there. As usual, the president had absolutely no comprehension of consequences. Minds like his do not anticipate consequences. He had no capacity to imagine, to envision the consequences of that tweet. And in James Comey's view of the aftermath of that tweet that the president put out about tapes, the president has himself to thank for the special prosecutor who is now investigating him.
The president tweeted on Friday, after I got fired, that I better hope there's not tapes. I woke up in the middle of the night on Monday night, because it didn't dawn on me originally, that there might be corroboration for our conversation. There might be a tape. And my judgment was I needed to get that out into the public square. And so I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter. Didn't do it myself for a variety of reasons, but I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel. And so I asked a close friend of mine to do it.
Today, 41 days after the "James Comey better hope that there are no tapes" tweet, the president tweeted, "With all of the recently reported electronic surveillance, intercepts, unmasking, and illegal leaking of information, I have no idea whether there are tapes or recordings of my conversations with James Comey, but I did not make and did not have any such recordings." What if he had put out that tweet 41 minutes after the first tweet about tapes instead of 41 days? Would there be a special prosecutor today investigating the president? The president was given a deadline of tomorrow to answer the question about tapes of his conversations with James Comey. The House Intelligence Committee gave the president that deadline. The president's tweet today did not eliminate, in his mind anyway, the possibility that there are tapes. He's just saying that he didn't make a recording and doesn't have custody of a recording, so any subpoena of such a recording to him will not produce a recording. Why won't the president say clearly that there are no recordings of the conversations? He knows that there are no other recordings of the conversations. He knows that for a fact. But he wants to leave open to his supporters the possibility that the White House is bugged. He wants to leave open the possibility that someone is recording his conversations, someone in the mythical deep state that the president and Newt Gingrich and other fantasists want to pretend is constantly plotting against the president. With all of the recently reported electronic surveillance and intercepts, he says, we should not be surprised if the next time the president is in front of one of his adoring rally audiences, he says something to the effect that, who knows if there are tapes? There could be tapes. They could be trying to record all of my conversations. They're trying to get me. It's a witch hunt. Trump, as victim of the evildoers, has become an essential component of his image with his followers. And so he talks to them about the witch hunt that is out to get him. He has told them that President Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. He's never retracted that. And the day may soon come when the president wants to tell them that President Obama somehow managed to leave behind enough secret agents in the deep state and around the White House and with access to the White House who can wiretap the White House and record President Trump's conversations during one-on-one dinners in the green room or in the Oval Office, or anywhere the president goes, Air Force One, anywhere. And so we may not have heard the end of tapes and President Trump. All it takes for this president to tell a lie about tapes is for that lie to feel, in that instant, just slightly more convenient than the truth.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.